Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back everybody. Let's take a look again on euro currency. So on last week it was really a lot of big events, so statistics, political events. What is I think that it's most important is that we get evidence that Fed has no intention to hold the horses and actually intends to keep going higher with the rate. So here actually we could say that we have told you, because we talked about this in the recent 2-3 weeks in our weekly reports, that market makes the wrong thing, treating wrong the Fed policy and its intention, and is deceived by, as it looks like, positive data release. So it was a lot of traders were deceived by the decreasing of the CPI in the December numbers, which was in the January, have been released in the January. Some other at the first glance positive statistics and so on. So we have warned about this, but actually it's not time to relax right now, and because we are actually coming to most important thing for trading from the trading point of view on the euro currency. I'm speaking about the bread and butter buy on the weekly chart. Yes, market is a bit delaying with starting it, because that was actually the third week to the downside below the 3x3 moving average, at least if we are following to the strict rules of the bread and butter that was specified by the Chod Napoli. But well, I think that we could give the euro currency another week to reach it, because our suggestion that if we get strong PCE numbers on Friday, that could let market start dropping faster, and it could reach 104.60 support area. Unfortunately, last week it was not been completed totally, so market has started this action, but it's not completed yet. But if even we're not taking into consideration the specific of the bread and butter, because not everybody knows about it, the thing that we have in this area, it could be considered even from the classical point of view as a really interesting area for taking the long position. Why? Because somewhere on Wednesday, euro currency probably comes to this level, if we'll take a look at the pace of this downward action. And that will be precisely on the rate decision by the Fed. At this point, we have strong conference support, 103.55, 104.60. Daily oversold. When you read our report, you also will see that it will be somewhere around it, will be also the weekly oversold. Downside ABCD OP target, which create an agreement with the major confidence support. So double oversold, strong confidence support and agreement with the downside target. What else do we need for taking the long position? And what else market needs to show healthy upward bounce? That's why, despite that maybe market is a bit longer, is coming to the downside for pure bread and butter trade, perfect bread and butter trade, but I think that it's still a bread and butter trade. Let's call it as a lookalike or whatever. But anyway, I think that everything is going according with our training plan. But that's not all yet. If you'll take a look at a bit wider picture, you will see that potentially we also could get here, take a look. Direct head and shoulders pattern. Why it is important? Because those of you who are watching for longer term charts analysis that we're providing in the weekly report know that actually all the stuff that we have is nothing else but starting of the big downside action based on a bread and butter trade, the same bread and butter, but it is bearish and it stands on the monthly chart. And currently at this point, only those traders who trade on the monthly chart already have bearish positions. Those who trade on the daily chart are still watching and waiting for more accurate position taking. And this head and shoulders perfectly fits to this idea, because with the starting of the forming right arm here, we will achieve our major targets. First of all, with this upper bounce our weekly bread body will be completed, because its minimum target will be 618 resistance of the whole downward action, which potentially precisely gives us the top of the right arm. And once this bread body will be over, completing the target, that will be precisely the points where we will reverse down, taking short position and suggesting larger A, B, C top deep pattern with the minimum targets 101 or 7, 618 support of the whole upward action, which is actually target of the monthly bread body. So as you can see, this is long game to play, and where it's just coming to most important points on the common week is a position taken for bounce. That's what we have on the daily. On a lower time frame, I do not see something really to comment, because well, actually downside action is very gradual and slow, and well, so nothing is going on here. The two things that I could say, the first of all, if you recall the butterflies that we have managed last week, so that was butterfly, if you remember here, it's 127 extension, that was 1618. Then we were considering this butterfly on the hourly chart. Both of these butterflies have failed. What does it mean? It means that they haven't shown any proper reaction on the targets. The proper reaction of the butterfly is at least 30% bounce from the extension. We do not see any bounce from 127 extension. This is not the 30%. Here's market in general collapse even below the 1618 extension. The same story we could say about this previous butterfly. Actually, 1618 extension also has been broken and no reaction has followed. It is very bearish. So if butterfly fails, it usually fails miserably, which means that downside action will continue. So the failure of the butterfly is always the good sign of the further downward continuation. And that's actually what we would like to see with our OP around 104.30. The second thing, the only thing that I could add here is just, well, here we have some local ABCD as well. And the XOP target stands around 103.96. So it is slightly below the daily OP, and it is also below the daily oversold. It means that, well, I wouldn't count too much on this target, although you could try to catch it if you would like to, and if you still hold the short positions. But most probable that this target will be achieved only on some occasional spike before the Fed meeting. On some volatilities, you know, it's when the market maker starts to shake the boat, forming some spikes, trying to grab the stops of the traders that start opening the positions ahead of the Fed meeting. With this some spike, the XOP could be achieved, but that will be very short term, in some moment, I think, I suppose. Most reliable targets, of course, this one. So that's actually what we have on Euro currency. Let's keep watching, and I hope that coming week really will be interesting from the trading point of view.